Welcome to the channel, CM.Works. So today we are going to be replacing my clutch in my daily driver, my 6.7 Cummins with a G56 manual transmission. The clutch is slipping in 6th gear if you try and get on it, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it. This is not going to be a really in-depth video, more like a time-lapse type of video, just because I want to get it done, and I only have today to do it, and that's it. So I went with South Bend. Let me show you guys here. Alright, so I went with a South Bend G56 OK HD. Comes with the slave cylinder. It is pre-filled and bled, so which is really nice. It was packaged really nice. So this is, I went with this G56 OK HD clutch. Is a single disc clutch, which is the same as the stock clutch. Didn't go dual disc because I'm not planning on making a bunch of power out of the truck. I'm kind of just going to leave the truck stock. It's still not deleted or anything like that, so it's still got def on it, which is not bad. I'd go, shoot, I'd probably go 6,000 miles before I have to fill my tank again, so it gets really good mileage on def. I don't really have a problem with that at all. So if the exhaust filters do clog, I will probably delete it, but I'm not going to put a tune on it, or I'm just going to tune it to make it run. It already makes enough power for me for what I do, so I'm not trying to make a race truck or anything like that. So I just went with a single disc. This disc is rated for 20,000 or 25,000, somewhere around there, Poland. So we should be fine. I'm probably never going to pull over that amount of weight since I have my bigger trucks now. So we are going. So here's the man, I forget what they call this. Here's your bearing for that goes on the shaft. That, man, I totally having a brain fart here. What it's called. Here's your alignment tool. I watched one video, guys, was cracked, so I went ahead and made sure that this wasn't messed up anyway. Alright, so here's your transmission side. Clutch flange. So this is all good. So, but yeah, anyway, guys, I'm not trying to look to make a bunch of horsepower. If I was, I would have went with a dual disc. I was gonna go with a Velair dual disc, stock to moderate tuning, but I decided not to, just because it's a little, I think, too much going on for just a stock truck. And really, you want your clutch to slip. If you are pulling something heavy or doing something, you don't want to break your transmission or screw up your engine somehow. So it's good to have your clutch slip. That's what they're kind of made for. There's your flywheel. I went with a single disc flywheel. Oh, this is a single flywheel. The truck has a dual disc, or not dual disc, a dual mass flywheel on it, which is gonna be kind of hard to. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to get that off, because you got to go behind your transmission flange to take the bolts out, I believe, from the back side. So we'll see how that goes. I'll show you what that's all entail. But this is the G56 OK HD clutch. So we'll be installing this, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to my dad's house because he has a lot more tools. My driveway is really slanted, and so I'd have to do it in the street, and in the street the transmission jack wouldn't roll as good on the street as it would on just paved concrete. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my dad's. He's got a nice area to do it and has more tools than I do, and that way we'll have two people working on it, and hopefully I can get it done quicker. So I'm mainly making this video for my viewers, just to put out content, and I didn't see anyone installing this clutch, a single disc clutch. It seems like everyone goes with a dual disc clutch. So we'll try it out and see what happens. I mean, the stock one lasts 100,000 miles. This one should last 100,000 miles at least. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this, like I said, this is just gonna be a time-lapse video mainly. I'm not gonna do a bunch of talking. I'll show you guys kind of just, I'll try and hit the key points. I mean, it's just taking the transmission out. I've done this before on several times on vehicles. Just taking everything off, drive shafts, cross members, and then pulling the trans. So it's just time consuming. All right guys, so we got the cross member out, wires pulled off. We're gonna start pulling the transmission. We want to try and leave the transfer case hooked up, so we'll see how that goes. If not, we'll have to take it off. But all the drive shafts are off, everything's ready to go. Pull it out. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it is Sunday. We were doing the transmission, or my clutch job, for my daily driver yesterday. Me and my dad the camera died, so I didn't finish filming everything. By the time it died, we were putting the transmission back in. And so that's what we got done. Well, we got it all done. We buttoned everything up. It works fine. The only thing I had to do today was adjust the slave cylinder, or the basically pedal linkage for the clutch hydraulics, because I had it too far out. So I adjusted it in a little more, so it's kind of lined up with the other pedals, the brake pedals and stuff, and seems to be working just fine. It's actually even lighter. It's a lighter clutch. I guess not lighter clutch, but it's a lighter clutch pedal, I guess you could call, than the other one that I had. I guess it was stock. Someone did go in there. We did find out that it was someone already done something, either took the transmission out. Maybe this might be the secondary stock clutch that they put in there, but someone was definitely in there, because you could tell by the wiring harness, the little push-in deals that push into the frame and cross member and all that to hold the wiring harness in place. It was all kind of, those little push-in deals were kind of messed up a little bit, and the bolts, you could see there's already sockets on the bolts once. So could have been the secondary clutch, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the old clutch. And all right, so here's the flange. I believe they called it a flange, but you have to make sure that this little piece right here comes off when you do take it off on those rams, because I guess sometimes these will stay on there and you don't want this on. Just this little ring here for these 8 bolts. Sometimes these spot welds come off, I guess, and they will stay on the crankshaft. So you got to make sure you take these off. But these bolts from the backside were the hardest things. That took us an hour to get off. Here's the flywheel. I don't know if y'all can see, but there's like some bluing in here on the flywheel, so it's toasted. So is what it is, I guess. Here's the clutch pads. These are like, it's like super thin. It was like double the thickness of the one we put in, so obviously they're worn pretty good, and they're all the way down to the rivets there. So, and I don't know if y'all can see, there's bluing on this part here too. So it definitely needed to be changed out. And it is a stock clutch because it was a dual mass flywheel. So that's that, guys. Got that changed out. I'm very happy with so far what I have in there with the south bend that we put in there. I am going to do, I'll probably just mention it in the upcoming videos how it is. I have to put it 500 miles on it is what they say to break it in, and so I think I do 500 miles a week anyway, so just working during the week, so it should be pretty easy to do that. I'll just give you an update on how it's working. It's not the dual disc that everyone, dual disc that everyone goes with, but it's still a single disc, so we'll see how it holds up. Hopefully I'll get another 100,000 miles out of it at least. We will definitely probably be working on the cab over this weekend, Saturday, so look out for those videos or that video. I think I'd like to pressure wash it and clean the inside out. So I'd like to move it with that hitch that's still on there, and then so I can get that back to its owner while we have it, so I can move it closer to water and get it pressure washed, cleaned up. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, you guys. Stay tuned for the Dodge cab over next week. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I don't think it's supposed to rain, so we'll see. Comment if you have any comments or any questions about that pulling that transmission. It was hard. I'll tell you guys one thing. It did take about 8 hours to do with 2 people, just because you got to pull so much stuff out, and then the transfer case leaks when you pull it out, so you have to refill that up. It just, it's just a pain, but we got it done, and I don't have to worry about it slipping anymore. So thanks for watching, you guys. See you later.